Yeah. Ah!
Blake, stop. Come on. Are y'all ready in there?
No. You're intimidating.
Hi, I'm Blake.
And I'm Josh. Welcome to HEBFLIX.
After a rocky start in theaters, the Hugh Jackman starring circus musical has become a massive word-of-mouth hit. When The Greatest Showman opened in theaters on December 20th, it looked dead upon arrival, making only $8.8 million that weekend. But it made $15 million the following weekend. So it prompts the question, why? The musical numbers are well choreographed and well staged, not like any other edited Hollywood musicals tend to be. The Greatest Showman stands out from the crowd and is an unanticipated victory that studios will do well to pay attention to.
Now, what's your take on the Greatest Showman?
Well, I agree that it's not like, you know, the usual ones you see there.
Yeah, it's pretty out of the box there.
Yeah, like Sound of Music, I mean, this is nothing close to it.
You know, I haven't seen it, but numbers don't really lie a lot. And it's kind of interesting. We don't see movies a lot like this that come out of the gate and they take a big miss, but then it comes back and hits a home run like this one.
Like you said, stat lines, that's it.
Stat lines,
that's it.
Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the third installment of the Red Dead series, the first two being Red Dead Revolver and Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a third-person open-world game set in a fictional world based on Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona in the year 1911, one of the final years of the Old West. It follows Old West gunslinger John Marston as he tries to redeem himself in the eyes of the federal government for a life of crime and a dangerous gang. The ending left all of us shocked as the beloved hero John is gunned down by federal agents and soldiers. Red Dead Redemption 2 is supposed to be a prequel set just before the events of Red Dead Redemption. It's made by Rockstar, who are the same developers from GTA, and we're all eagerly awaiting the release sometime this year.
Wow, spoiler alert, dude.
Yeah, I mean, the game's been out for almost a decade now, if not more, and fans have came to give a cult following to this franchise, and I think they're really excited to see about what's going to happen with this new one.
Personally, I really enjoyed Redemption.
Yeah, I mean, me too. It's really exhilarating, and it really immerses you in the Old West in ways that we've never seen before.
I agree.
So I'm excited for this new one.
Monster Hunter World is off to an amazing start. Capcom announced on January 29th that the first 3 days of launch, they have already sold 5 million copies worldwide. Since the first Monster Hunter game made its debut on PS2 about 14 years ago, the series has grown with a cumulative sales of more than 45 million units worldwide. Capcom plans to continue the support for sales growth of this title with a long-term plan that includes a number of downloadable updates featuring additional monsters, among other content. Capcom says it remains firmly committed to satisfying the expectations of all users by leveraging its industry-leading game development capabilities in order to create a highly entertaining gameplay experiences. Monster Hunter World is currently available on Xbox One, PS4, and with the PC version expected to launch in the fall of 2018. So what are you waiting for? Suit up with your 14 different weapons at your disposal and kill the larger-than-life monsters that plague your world.
You know, sometimes I'm very skeptical of these kind of games that they have previous ones in the past decade or so ago and then come back with new ones, and sales are always going to be great first week because devoted fans,
nostalgia.
Yeah, and the hype surrounding it. So I'm interested to see how this game lasts the test of time. Definitely. And if it's actually a memorable game or just a toss away for a cash grab.
It'll probably be a toss away.
The new Dragon Ball game has finally been given a release date of January 27th, 2018. Many fans have pre-ordered over thousands of copies of the game and rising. The game will be available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This marks the biggest release for the Dragon Ball video game franchise to date, as well as marking the fourth game that the Arc System Company has teamed with Bandai Namco since 2005. Both companies helped with upgrading the graphic engine for the game, allowing it to be optimized for 4K monitors.
A while back I played, I forget which game it was, but I played one of the Dragon Ball games, and it was okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like Mortal Kombat. The one I played, it was
yeah, it's a lot like that. Don't typically see myself as that type of player when it comes to video games,
right.
But I can tell that there's a lot of fans out there that like it, so to each his own, I guess.
I agree. Square Enix's Minecraft-style construction game, which was released in 2016 on PS4, PS3, and Vita, is now coming to the Nintendo Switch on February 9th. Dragon Quest Builders is a single-player RPG where you gather materials, reconstruct towns, and fight monsters. The game itself has a structured storyline, restoring the world of Alefgard. Dragon Quest Builders on the Nintendo Switch includes exclusive materials such as rare crafting materials for Oh my god! Dragon Quest Builders on the Nintendo Switch includes exclusive materials such as rare crafting materials for a wide range of customization options.
You know, Blake, when I hear Minecraft style in the first sentence describing a game, I'm very skeptical because that's one thing we do not need in this world is another type of Minecraft game. Minecraft is a great game and it's amazing, but we don't need clones or anything like that.
Right, like Roblox. No.
But I'm also interested to see how this game plays and what makes it different from Minecraft and other types of games to that
I
style.
think I'm most excited about all the materials.
The materials, yeah, you know, the copper, the bedrock.
The sand.
Yeah, and don't forget the wood.
He's bringing it back. Justin Timberlake is set to release his 5th studio album entitled Man of the Woods this Friday, February 2nd. 5 years since the release of his most successful album titled 2020 Experience. He has set to reinvent his sound and has already released 3 singles off of the album prior to his full album release, Filthy Supplies and Say Something. Only 2 of the 16 tracks will have features, which include Alicia Keys and Chris Stapleton. Fans are excited yet cautious to see what this 10-time Grammy Award-winning artist has brought to the table.
World-renowned movie expert Mr. C is probably the most well-connected person in the world. If you ever need anything related to the movie industry, he is your go-to guy. With future movie predictions and telling you what's hot, he has your back. With movie predictions such as The Emoji Movie 2 and My Little Pony the movie, he is also the most well-informed man. Almost mythical, perhaps. Now to Jacob live in the field with this myth of a man.
Back here with
Joe Sarankin.
film connoisseur and expert with some breaking news on The Incredibles 2. Joe?
It's been 14 years since they've released Incredibles 2, okay? For those of you, this is a spoiler alert. Jack the baby is now in elementary school. And he cannot control his laser eyes when he's around girls.
Uh-oh.
So you know how this is going to go, okay?
Oh, man.
Okay, so that's the scoop on that one there. And they get the original cast back on that one, so that's going to be
I
really,
did
really
see
good.
that. Original voice actors.
Yes.
All original voice actors.
The other one that's also going to be very huge, Simba is coming back.
Oh, yeah.
The Lion King 2, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Original cast included with one additional special person,
Okay.
Beyonce.
I knew it.
Yeah, she's going to do a voiceover. She's doing a voiceover, and they're actually writing a special character for her.
But the queen, obviously. She
Yeah,
can only
yeah.
be the queen.
Yeah.
There's no other...
Yeah, well, you know,
I
some
mean,
people may not like
That's
it. That
Beyonce. She's the queen.
but
she's
she's
queen
coming.
bee.
But she's not part of the original cast.
Correct.
Yeah, like that. So those two are really the ones that are that's going to come out. In fact, Incredibles is this year.
Yeah.
Frozen 2, Toy Story, and Lion King is next year.
Correct.
So you're gonna have to wait next year, okay?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Joe, for this
Okay.
insight and this breaking news. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Wow. Mr. C, when he comes to our class and he tells us, all these things about these new movies that come out,
Yeah.
it's crazy that he knows this information.
Yeah, the wisdom and charisma and charm he brings to us and filling our minds with this wonderful information about these movies, which somehow he knows about them coming out years before they're even announced. It's crazy.
He has insight.
Yeah, and his predictions are always spot on. He predicted the success of My Little Pony the movie. He said that was going to be huge, and it was.
And it was.
It was. So,
I think I'm excited for him to come back to the Tech Center and
yeah.
some more about some movies. And you know what movie I'm really excited for that he predicted? Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2? In the epic finale to the Maze Runner saga, Thomas leads his group of escaped gliders on their final and most dangerous mission yet. To save their friends, they must break into the legendary Last City, a wicked-controlled labyrinth that may turn out to be the deadliest maze of all. Anyone who makes it out alive will get the answers to the questions the gliders have been asking since they first arrived in the maze. Will Thomas and the crew make it out alive, or will Ava Page get her way?
I have not seen any of the Maze Runner movies.
Well, I actually saw this movie this weekend, and it was honestly probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Why do you say that? Let me hear some of your opinions.
The predictability, the unrealisticness of every scene, the acting, and just serious plot holes that were just bigger than ever expected. I think the first 2 movies were decent, and then they really wrapped this one up terribly in a way that is unfathomable to my mind. And another topic of that was that it was 2 hours and 23 minutes long.
So a little bit excessive.
Very excessive for that movie, and I would really like my money back.
That's all we have for HEBFLIX this week.
Be sure to tune in next week for even more entertainment news.
And don't
Don't
forget
forget, Deadpool 2!